Oh, honey. The world of fiction is crawling with characters so hateable, they deserve a Lifetime Achievement Award in being insufferable. Some of these cinematic disasters shouldn't just be written out, they deserve their own slow motion walk of shame, set to dramatic music and side eyes from every beloved protagonist. Now, in the magical chaos of Harry Potter, you might think Harry's biggest enemy is Lord Moldybutt.
Lord Moldy Butt.
Cursed kids.
Oh damn, wrong universe. You would think it's Lord Voldemort. Nah, the real terror in pink is none other than Dolores Umbridge, the passive-aggressive strawberry shortcake dictator. In here, I thought Harry's biggest hater is Snape.
Hello, motherfucker.
And speaking of disasters, let's not forget Jar Jar Binks, the galactic embarrassment that made fans consider switching to Star Trek, but the true menace, Joffrey. This whiny, power-drunk man-child was so hated that Jack, the poor actor behind him, literally retired from acting because fans couldn't separate fiction from reality. And yet, none of these nightmares hold a candle to Reverse Flash in the dreaded Iris West. Before getting into the worst love interest since Mary Jane Watson, we need to talk about Earball Thawne real quick.
Remember when you were making out with your first girlfriend, and you came right as she touched your leg? It was me, Barry. It was me, Barry. It was me, Barry.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
Oh boy. The Reverse Flash, aka the pettiest man in the multiverse.
Hello there.
Oh, Voldy, shut up. All you did was bully a child for 7 books and 8 films straight. That's nothing compared to the Reverse Flash. You're just a pure-blooded diva. Now, as I was saying, the Reverse Flash literally built his entire personality around hating a man who was just trying to save people and run fast. Imagine hating someone so much, you time travel, kill their mom, impersonate their mentor, sabotage their life across decades, and still get clowned on every season. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting to the character that made people question their own sanity and actively wish for her death.
Harriet, I'm the Flash.
See, that's what you don't get.
Oh, Lord. Again. A fucking again. Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit. Same old fucking shit.
When I put this ring on my finger, it wasn't just about you or me anymore. It was about us. You are not the Flash, Barry. We are.
What do you mean by that?
Iris West is the human equivalent of buffering, always in the way, rarely helpful, and somehow hogging all the bandwidth. She's not a leader, she just talks like one until everyone around her forgets they have common sense. We are the Flash. Not you using "we are" like it's a One Piece opening. No, you are the problem. If you strip away the plot armor, she lasts 5 minutes in a fight. And 2 of those minutes would be spent giving a speech no one asked for. She's the only person who can be completely irrelevant to the plot and still hijack it, like it's the Iris West show featuring the Flash. Sometimes. And I'm not gonna lie, I never wished for a character's death before, but Savitar. You had one job, just one. How you fumbled that bad? You had a whole community of people who were rooting for you. However, before we proceed, it is essential to learn how to distinguish between the character and the actor. Iris West in the show may be insufferable, but that has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with Candice Patton, the beautiful and talented actress who brought her to life. Unfortunately, Candice endured an appalling amount of racism, harassment, and online abuse simply for playing a fictional role, and that is completely unnecessary. We also have to blame the bad writing that was on the show, especially after season 4 and beyond. Critiquing a character's writing or role in a show is fair game in fandom discourse, but it should never cross the line into targeting real people, especially if it's rooted in racism or misogyny. As your girl Toons, I will say this: disliking or hating a character is fine. Attacking the person behind them is never okay. So check yourself. If you were to tell me that Iris hates Barry, I would believe you because the actions this woman takes and does to this man are straight up vile and evil. So in season 1 episode 9, The Man in Yellow, Barry finally confesses his feelings for Iris. Mind you, he's been head over heels in love with her before his mom was murdered. And let me tell you, my man Barry, he did a love declaration. He put his everything in his words, had me giggling and kicking my feet and blushing. I was like, ooh. And what does Iris do? She friend zones him. Rightfully so. I respect her for that because remember, she's in a devoted relationship with Eddie. It's one thing to be hated, but to be a cheater as well? After this, their next interaction with each other it's awkward. I mean, to be fair, what do you do when the person who's been your foster brother confesses their undying affection for you? Barry decides that he and Iris aren't going anywhere. He moves on and dates fine homegirl Linda Park, who is the baddest bitch on the block.
Hey, have you heard of this new phone app? It's so cool. Check it out. You just touch someone's phone with your phone, and it automatically downloads your contact info.
Oh, that is cool.
See? You have my number.
We need to study how she easily rizzed up the Flash and the audience in less than a minute. But just when things are looking up and Barry is on an all-time high, here comes Iris plotting ass ready to plan some diabolical shit to ruin Barry and Linda's blossoming relationship. Now, I'm gonna play you something and keep this in mind afterwards.
Nothing that I want more than for you to meet the right person that totally loves and adores you for the amazing guy that you are.
Kiss her.
Liar! Liar! Listen. Liar!
Barry introduces Iris to Linda, and you can already tell the energy is immediately off. Iris looks back and forth between the two, confused as to what's going on. And when they leave to go on their date, you can already see the loose screws in her head plotting to get rid of Linda. Throughout the rest of their interactions, Iris acts like a green-eyed monster and why? Why are you jealous? Did you not friendzone Barry and repeatedly tell him and us, the audience, that you're in a committed relationship with Eddie? You have no right whatsoever to be jealous. Now, this is where Iris gets messy. When Linda asks her if Barry has been in any relationships before, Iris mentally grins like the Grinch and says to her in a vague tone, "Oh, Barry, he has unrequited feelings for someone and he might not be ready for a relationship." Girl, huh? Why are you sabotaging with fine homegirl with the immaculate riz? Even Linda knew the garbage coming out her mouth was cap.
Nothing that I want more than for you to meet the right person that totally loves and adores you for the amazing guy that you are.
You know what? I take back my statement before where I said this is where Iris gets messy. Nah, it's actually this scene where I wanted to jump through the screen and tackle her.
I'm still iffy on whether bowling is an actual sport.
I wondered the same.
Well, sport or hobby, I am still better.
Absolutely the hell not. I would have beat her ass just for that. Do you not have any shame or social awareness? Iris, why are you doing this? And in front of your man, no less. That is so disrespectful. She really just marked her territory on Barry. And stay with me. Now, this isn't even the worst part of what she does. Iris goes to Barry and confesses point blank that she believes Linda isn't the right person for him.
Nothing that I want more than for you to meet the right person that totally loves and adores you for the amazing guy that you are.
Not only did Iris sabotage the hell out of this beautiful relationship, but she also gaslight Barry into thinking he had a chance to be with her. And what does he do next? He breaks up with fine homegirl. And get this, Iris still rejects him.
I know that we both have awful timing, but we were meant to be.
Barry, what are you talking about?
I love you! Love you! Who else do you think has been stalking you night and day, building shrines to you in a closet, filling volumes of books with poems about you?
Okay, nothing has changed for me. I love Eddie.
I'm tired of this. Ref, do something. Call a foul. There's no way you were doing all of this just to reject him again. Oh! no! You either want the man or you don't. It feels like she didn't want Barry until someone else did. And if it wasn't for fine homegirl who unintentionally helped Iris realize she does have feelings for Barry. Later on in the final couple episodes of season 1, Reverse Flash kidnaps Eddie and cruelly reveals to him that Barry will marry Iris and not him. So Eddie in return breaks up with Iris and then takes a whole bullet to the chest to prevent Reverse Flash from ever existing, which was foolish on Eddie's part because that sacrifice literally did nothing. Because just like William Afton,
I always come back. I don't believe any other.
Been thinking a lot lately about us, and I can't help but wondering if maybe we were meant to be together.
that's absolutely wild of her to say because last season when Eddie was still alive, she says she doesn't care what the article or future says and that Eddie is her future.
One eternity later.
In fairness, for a good chunk of season 2, Iris was mourning Eddie, but for her to switch from this to say,
And I can't help but wondering if maybe we were meant to be together.
I do believe at this time, Iris has fallen in love with Barry, but it's so strange of her to say they're meant to be, only because their counterparts from another Earth are married. Skipping ahead to the final episodes of season 3, the god of speed murders Iris West. Nah, they actually pulled a bait and switch, and HR takes the L. Dare I say, he was my favorite Harrison Wells. He was so useful and vital to Team Flash. Skipping forward, Savitar gets vaporized out of existence thanks to Iris. Okay, I guess. Sadly, things don't work out as planned since Central City experiences a string of earthquakes brought on by instability in the Speed Force. Keep in mind, the Speed Force prison requires a resident. A breach opens as a lightning storm rips through Central City, and the Speed Force as Barry's mom emerges and beckons him, signaling that he has crossed the finish line. Iris and the rest of Team Flash don't want him to go, but he has to because the Speed Storm is tearing the world apart. Iris is well aware of how dangerous the storm is, and before he goes into the breach with the Speed Force, he tells Cisco everyone will be looking to him now. 6 months pass after Barry entered the Speed Force, and Iris, Cisco, Joe, and Wally have been protecting Central City. Soon, a new baddie called the Samurai demands that the Flash faces him or Central City will be destroyed in 24 hours. Not to get sidetracked, but I feel so bad for the citizens of Central City. Just imagine, you're an average worker clocking out of your 9 to 5, and next thing you know, the city is being threatened once again by some random ass villain who has a grudge against one man and decides to take it out on everybody else. At this point, I would have been dipped out after the Speed Storm incident 6 months ago. Anyway, Cisco finds a way to bring Barry back from the Speed Force, and you would think Iris of all people would be thrilled and overjoyed to get her man back, but she says no! Iris is furious that Cisco has been trying to find a way to bring Barry back from the moment he left. She gets combative, you know, bouncing on her heels. Barry's gone, and he's never coming back. Not with that attitude, like, girl, Cisco told you he did the math and has the knowledge to bring your bae back. Not to mention the Samurai will clap the city unless Barry pulls up. So either way, you were in a lose-lose situation. Iris goes on a rant saying, we're wasting time trying to bring Barry back when we have villains to fight. And I'm like, the same villain that easily bodies Cisco and Wally? Skipping ahead, they managed to bring Barry back from the Speed Force, hooray, and he's more mad than the Mad Hatter. Later on, after defeating the Samurai, both go to couples therapy because they're having trouble communicating, which leads to an argument in front of the therapist on why he left.
Then how could you leave me? You left me, Barry. You just left me, standing there alone.
Are you dumb?
Flashback.
Why are you being punished?
All of this. It started with my mistake, with Flashpoint. This is my penance. This is my redemption.
I'm tired. I'm tired. Like, I'm so tired of her. Gee golly gosh, Iris, I don't know. Maybe he left because there was a Speed Force apocalypse tearing the world apart. She knows exactly why Barry had to leave. He didn't want to, but needed to. If not, Central City and maybe the world would have been clapped out of existence. And I understand that Iris has a lot of unpacked trauma and frustration buried inside, but what did you expect when you sign up to marry the fastest man alive? Don't date, let alone marry a superhero if you don't want to deal with the chaos and drama that comes with it. Like, I'm sorry, I can't take Iris seriously. She is incredibly selfish. Iris was making it seem like Barry had a choice to go into the Speed Force. In the 6 months that Barry was in there, which was a prison by the way, not only messed with his mind mentally, but he was in that mug for basically 10,000 years, maybe even more. And if you thought that wasn't bad enough, here is the infamous line that triggers so many people to drop the show altogether.
You are not the Flash, Barry. We are.
Iris, what are you, Venom? You are not the Flash. We are the Flash. You are not Batman. We are Batman. You are not Prime, Optimus. We are Optimus Prime. I'm sorry, are you the one who got struck by lightning and can run faster than the speed of light? I need whatever the writers were smoking, because that got me dying. This line is as bad as Kal-El. No! But no, in all seriousness, this is where Iris's character got annoying for me, is when she took over as the leader of Team Flash. Before Iris, the team consisted of the fastest man alive, who was a brilliant forensic scientist, 2 geniuses, Annie Harrison Wells, who were available, and a badass veteran cop. What did Iris exactly bring to the table?
Because I am the leader of this team.
You know you're a bad leader when you have to tell your own team you're the leader. It's not just about talking at people. A real leader listens, values feedback, and adapts based on input. Command and control doesn't mean ignore and override. Know your strengths, admit your flaws. Great leaders surround themselves with people who are better than them in certain areas, and they're not threatened by that. She's telling this man, Barry, you have to do this. Barry, you have to do that. If not, people will die if you don't listen to me. Look at our relationship. You need to think about me. All of those headaches eventually leads to the second most despised character on The Flash, Nora West Allen. Get out! She plays an important role because she's their daughter from the future. We learn that Nora has been working with the Reverse Flash. Girl, be so effing for real right now. Not you working with the man that murdered your grandmama, who you're named after as well. I would have brought out my belt and beat her ass just for that. The only reason she's working with the Reverse Flash is to prevent Barry's disappearance in the future. And when Barry learns that his daughter, his own flesh and blood, has been working with the man that has dedicated his entire life to traumatize, to hate, to being the pettiest person in existence, Barry yeets her ass back to the future.
Bye, bitch.
This causes a huge fight between Barry and Iris, and Barry tells her his reaction is valid. He goes on to say he can't trust Nora since, I don't know, she's working with the man who murdered his mother and made his life a living hell. Iris then brings up 2 points. She mentions Flashpoint, which we all can agree that was indeed Barry's fault. No one is denying that fact, but then she has the nerve and audacity to bring back up how he left her by going into the Speed Force. Why are we recycling old arguments? Does she have dementia? Because I clearly remember the Speed Force storm was clapping randoms left and right. Barry was obviously the only one who could have stopped it. This shows how manipulative Iris truly is. She'll never stop making Barry feel guilty about going into the Speed Force. Iris then has a whole temper tantrum saying, I didn't get to say goodbye. I'll never see Nora again. And I'm just like, girl, you literally give birth to her and live with Nora in the future. Barry dies in Crisis, and this moment when he sends her back to 2049 will be the last time he sees her. Barry then yells at his wife wife that she's been working with Thawne for months, and what she says next breaks Barry's heart.
That doesn't bother you.
No, it doesn't.
When he realizes that Iris isn't bothered or fazed by Nora working with Thawne, you can see the pain in his eyes. Iris, how insensitive can you be? Your daughter, who has been lying to you for months, admits to working with a man that murdered your husband's mother, destroyed your husband's life, framed his father for murder, and you dare say, "It doesn't bother me." Do you not care about his feelings or emotional and mental well-being? First of all, you don't even know Nora like that. She's only been around for a couple of months. And two, when she first got here, she wasn't even really fucking with you for real. Y'all don't have a healthy relationship in the future. And I understand she's your daughter, your baby girl, no matter what, you love her to death. But Iris, you know who the Reverse Flash is, right? Does she not understand how evil and the level of pettiness this man will go to mess with Barry? Barry witnessed the murder of his mom, his dad framed for said crime, and his entire life ruined in one night. And you have the balls to talk to the man you love like this? Like, his emotions and feelings about the Reverse Flash is something so easy to discard. It's so funny to me how she paints Barry as the irrational one who can't keep his emotions under control, but by the end of the season, he's proven right about Thawne all along. So, hear me out. I have a deeply disturbing theory. What if everything we've seen, every moment of emotional torment Barry Allen has endured, wasn't just collateral damage, but part of Reverse Flash's master plan from the beginning? What if Thawne, the pettiest villain to ever weaponize time travel, didn't just want to kill Barry or ruin his legacy? What if he wanted to make him suffer forever? And what better way than to poison the one thing Barry clings to through every timeline, every tragedy, every cosmic reset? Think about it. Thawne has seen different Earths, different timelines. He knows Iris is Barry's fixed point, his lightning rod. So, what does he do? He doesn't destroy her. He rewires her, rewrites her personality, crafts a timeline where Iris slowly becomes the most insufferable, self-righteous, egotistical version of herself. One where she's not a partner, but a burden. Not a grounding force, but a subtle torment. She's not just Barry's wife, she's Thawne's ultimate trap card, the final gotcha, the long con, the ultimate f you, dressed in high heels and plot armor. Because death is quick. A failed marriage, a toxic soulmate, that's eternal. If this theory is even half true, then Thawne isn't just Barry's enemy. He's the greatest hater in the history of fiction. And Iris? She's not just a love interest. She's the masterpiece of his villainy.
You are not the Flash, Barry. We are.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Iris West is hands down one of the weakest and worst love interests, not just in The Flash, but possibly across superhero TV as a whole. Yes, even giving Mary Jane Watson a run for her crown. Her chemistry with Barry practically non-existent. Meanwhile, Barry was out here generating more sparks with literally everyone else. Fine homegirl Linda Park, Patty, Cara Danvers, and Caitlin. Tell me why I was rooting for Snowberry more than the main couple. And it's not just the chemistry that's lacking. Iris's character often feels selfish, emotionally tone deaf, and framed to be manipulative by the plot as always right, no matter how unreasonable her behavior actually is. She gaslights, deflects, and takes center stage like it's her name in the title, all while contributing very little. Honestly, she's the textbook definition of a walking red flag. And that's all I gotta say to that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and get this video to 1,000 likes, and I'll talk about the Reverse Flash and how his hate and pettiness went above and beyond stink meaners. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!